So welcome to the show, welcome to the show. Cause if you didn't, now you know. Light it up, kid, give them a show. Be volcanic and just let it blow. Oh, make them shiver. They've been waiting for the real man, time to deliver. I'm magnetic, I move still. They can't feel it, soon they will. You spit electric, you shock with sight. Your sounds eclectic, the crowds ignite. They've been waiting for it, so just let them have it. Yeah, double stuff them like a sandwich, yo. If it ain't enough, the hell with it. Top pitch.
It's the Gtalk.
Gtalk, baby. What's good?
What's up, Frankie? How you doing?
I'm doing outstanding, brother. How are you?
I'm doing great. I cut off the music a little early. That's okay. That's life.
That's all right.
You know, we got business to do. This is gonna be fun. I have a couple of ideas, but nothing. Listen, people, we don't script anything.
We don't script.
No, we don't script.
No.
Shit.
But I have a personal goal.
Okay.
I have a personal goal.
Go for it.
I got short-term goals and long-term goals. First 30 minutes, no chips for me. Oh boy, I should have.
Did y'all hear that? No, for Frankie. Okay.
For the first 30 minutes. After that, I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so let's see how this goes.
Let's see how this goes. I probably I think I already dropped the chip. Yeah, I'm terrible.
All right, so I looked at the time. So from here to 5 o'clock.
Yes.
You will not hear me curse.
Look at that.
All right, I am.
That is some shit, isn't it? Oh. Awesome. So how you feeling?
I'm feeling fantastic, man. It's Friday, you know what I'm saying?
We were talking before, right?
Yeah.
like I said, I'm like, we need to record this stuff.
Yeah.
And but I'm kind of glad that we didn't record it because we talked a little. You got a little something going on in your life. I'm not gonna try to, I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Interesting. If you were a sitcom, I'd tune in for the future episodes. I'm digging this this series, this mini series, Frankie or Frank. It would be called Frank, right?
Frank.
I don't know. El Renacentista Moderno, whatever the hell that was. Hombre Renacentista Moderno.
Dude, the way that sounds, it sounds like a French film also.
By the way, where do we work again? Say it in your head.
Yep.
We're going to call it the, by the way, my friends, we do not work at a men's strip club or all-male review. I mean, at least me. Come on, please. Come on.
No.
Yeah, I'm the bus boy. Yeah, no. I'm in the kitchen. I'm the one taking, I'm cleaning. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. It's a joke, and I can't wait to bring a possible friend or two from that place and see if they'll get it too. But no, you were saying? I'm sorry, I interrupted you. I was asking how you're doing. You're like, it's Friday, and
it's Friday. You know what I'm saying? I got my whiskey, and
would you care to say the brand name?
The brand that makes this whiskey is going to endorse us. Once they do, I will gladly present the bottle on the show. I'll shine it up real nice also, so it could shine. There's some good stuff here.
I like
almost slips.
I like that. You almost. I almost got you.
No, but you see, it's commitment.
I almost got you. That's more than commitment. That's what's the word I'm looking for that I'm bad at? Self-control.
Self-control. Okay. Yeah, we
I'm bad at that. Yeah, I'm not good at that. Discipline and self-control. Yeah, what's that? Nah, whatever. I can't wait to show you what I'm about to show you. Oh my God.
Oh boy.
This is going to be great. I hope. By the way, Daddy Yankee, YouTube sucks. I mean, I'm sorry, YouTube. You're the best. Made me scrub out the 20 seconds of Daddy Yankee. And I'm just like, are you serious?
Well, if we're going to get in trouble because of that stuff, then let's, leave it out.
You said stuff.
Yeah, yeah, I'm committed. Discipline. You know what I'm saying?
He's gonna do it, ladies. He's gonna do it.
Oh my God, yo! I bet that Vegas got bets on this. The over under.
What would? Oh God, here, a former degenerate gambler and we don't go there, right? I don't want to. I don't want to. I'll just say I'm the former degenerate gambler. I used to gamble on KHL hockey, on Russian hockey at work with my friend for giggles. Yeah, we would. The game would be in the second period. KHL, Russian hockey, okay? I'd be in my office on my phone. He would be at the teller line. And he's like, FK Moscow is up by 2 goals. Do you think that they'll win by 2 goals or more? That there's a pretty good money line on this. And I'm just like, oh my God. All right, go to my phone. I bet on that. And then a half hour later, he's like, damn it. they won by 4 goals. I'm like, it's Russian fucking hockey. What are we doing? It's 2:00 in the afternoon. But I would say the chances of you not cursing, minus 150.
Minus 150.
I would say so. For me, plus 800. No, I'm sorry. No, plus 150. I'm healing, folks. I'm healing.
Yes.
You would be plus 150.
That seems fair.
Right? Not cursing.
Right.
Right. You would be favored to not curse. You'd be plus 150.
Really?
Right? Am I? No, minus 150 because you'd be.
I'm favored to curse. So if I don't curse, is plus 150.
Because for me, I guarantee I'd curse.
Yeah, dude, you're a few chips in already.
I mean, I'd be. What would that be like?
Oh no, for you it's minus 350.
Yeah, minus 9,000. Fuck. Pay up. That's funny though. I want to get to this so bad, but I need to ease into this because we were talking. See, I had this idea, a little behind the scenes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's listening, just us. But I want to narrate for just in case someone who's not us listens to this. Kind of how we do this, right? We just show up and we say, "Hey, you want to come? You want to come over?" And it's like, "Let's talk. Let's do a pod." But then, we're contacting each other throughout the day. We're coming up with ideas and stuff, but it's very organic, right?
Yes.
I mean, it's not like we're, this bit and then this bit and then this bit. No,
like that.
No.
That doesn't work. We
No.
we get together. We start talking. Within seconds, it's like, dude, where's the record button? Yo, we got
magic.
yeah.
Let's get this guy. Yeah. For at least for us to at least hear it back, right? You listen to these back, right?
Of course.
I mean, come on.
Of course.
Has anything stuck out to you? Because I have a comment on something that's kind of funny. But has anything stuck out to you when you listen back? Either, and forget about your posture and stuff. You look fine, by the way.
How is my posture, by the way?
Okay. Well, I've got the camera higher now.
Okay.
So here, ready? This is.
Okay.
You look fine, bro.
Okay.
You look fine. Come on, kid.
I'm sorry, dude. You know what I'm saying?
How's my posture, everybody that's not watching?
I am. We're doing this so we can see the areas we can improve. What I immediately noticed was,
yes,
my posture, and
I'm also looking at my big ass teeth too, my crooked teeth. Trust me, I'm doing the exact same thing. Trust me. But I think I texted you, and I said, "Hey," because I was at work stocking some stuff. Another clue for those who want to know where we work. And I was thinking, all these things that I don't eat. I don't eat this stuff anymore, right? I'm in another world when it comes to diet and when it comes to just the way I call it my vehicle, right? My body.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not going to, I believe that, at least religion teaches you, Catholicism, Christianity teaches you, that we're a Holy Spirit, just like the whole, we're energy inside, in a body, right? That eventually at the end of our life gets separated. We leave the body like Jesus did, right? You believe that, right?
Yeah.
And the body was left behind and Jesus rose, right? And eventually we will do in his liking, right? Not trying to get all Jesus-y on you, but we believe, so we talk. We're G's. The first G is?
God.
God, right? You must believe. If you want to come talk with us, you must believe. And my Stone brothers, also the same thing. Got to believe in something, because if you can't believe in something, you can't believe in us, right? You can't believe in whatever. Put a blank space there. Long story short, I thought to myself, Self, what's changed in your life the last year or two? It's pretty powerful, right? I think you have a similar story potentially. I say potentially because we've tiptoed around this a little bit, because we've talked about other shit. How many chips am I at?
You're like 6 chips in.
Long story short, losing 70 pounds, just becoming a pescatarian, mostly vegetarian, no wheat, no flour, no processed foods, all that stuff, right? Feeling a million times better. Yoga, And I said to myself, this might be interesting to talk to Frankie about, because he's kind of the inverse of me, where you're kind of fortifying yourself, putting on the muscle and all that stuff, eating all the, talked about what you ate, today after your workout. Would you like to tell them what you ate after your badass workout?
Wendy's. Oh, and Wendy's, we said your name, so, you're going to have to sponsor.
You ate with Wendy, right? Your friend Wendy?
My friend Wendy, yeah, she works at a restaurant. And the only reason why was because I went to the gym a little later than what I normally do. And
do you have to even give an excuse? Come on, you earned it. And look at you. Come on. Hey, seriously. No, but go on.
No, normally when I wake up and
Yay, Frankie.
My workout routine is normally between 5 and 6 a.m. That's when I like to go to the gym. I wake up, I have a cup of black coffee, and I'm out to the gym.
Again, I'm always skeptical about, most experts. Who the is an expert? I mean, come on. I'm not an expert. You're not an expert. Come on. But most exercise physiologists or whatever you want to call them would say that the best time, especially if you're trying to put on mass, right? For hypertrophy, right? To get muscle, the morning is when you release a lot of that, I guess, growth hormone or triggers it for later or something. It's the best time to work out in the morning, right?
I didn't do any research on it. I found out it worked best for me because after work, normally either I'm tired from work or I want to have a whiskey.
Okay.
And
you know yourself well.
Yeah, and if I want a whiskey, especially on a Friday after work, and it's like, oh goodness, the gym is not,
it's not working.
Gym, whiskey, it's like
when you have to make a choice, your body's like, maybe not today, kid.
Yeah, exactly, and it's easy to say, I'll go tomorrow, but when you go at 5 or 6 in the morning, you got it out the way.
Yep.
Whatever you eat after that is going to burn off because your metabolism is at 1,000.
It's skyrocketing, and it just gets better throughout the day.
Right, exactly. You come out feeling great, and you have a good, strong workout. I'm more like a barbaric workout.
You're getting out aggressions, and you're really
I'm just pushing myself as hard as I can.
What goes through your mind when you're when you get there, is it, because I know you don't warm up, which a lot of people have given up warming up. It's like a waste of energy.
It's a waste of time for me, yeah.
Because if you do it right with the right form, correct me here if I'm wrong, that in and of itself can be a warm up of like a slow descent, a slow negative. And, if you're doing it, if you're throwing them up I wouldn't go right into a 400-pound deadlift, right? Cold, but you don't need to warm up, right? But there's a mental thing, right? What's going through your head as you get there? So take me through your walk through the door. Go.
Right,
what's your mentality?
I walk through the door, check myself in, go to the locker room, put my gym bag away, put on my gym gloves, put on my headsets, and
How long does that take?
Normally it takes about 5 to 6 minutes.
So you get right to it.
Yeah. I go to the bench, like if it's chest day, for example, I go right to my bench. I set up my phone, put on my music. And
what do you listen to? It's EDM?
EDM. Yeah. Normally like Ultra is like one of the biggest festivals in the world,
Okay.
and they do a festival every year in Miami. So the biggest DJs of the world,
Like Tiesto and
like,
all those.
yeah, like Tiesto, Calvin Harris,
Yeah,
Hardwell.
It's got to be attended by a ton of people.
I believe it's like 80,000.
Holy jeebus.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
I never been there personally.
Is that on your bucket list type of thing?
Just because I seen like people post on TikTok and other social
It
platforms.
looks absolutely fucking incredible, and there's my poker chips. It's worth it.
Yeah,
It looks insane with the lights and stuff.
yeah.
Right?
I mean, I've been to EDC, Electric Daisy Carnival, which is
Where's that? Is that Germany?
They actually do it all over the world. They do it in Vegas. They did it in New York one time. Well, not New York, in Jersey, in MetLife Stadium.
Is that the one where it has an elaborate backdrop? And it's like sometimes, like I saw one somewhere, I thought it was in the Netherlands, where it was, all the type of music that had the big drops and stuff like that, where it builds to a big crescendo and it just freaking everything explodes. The whole crowd goes nuts, right?
Yeah.
But of course, the artist in me, I'm looking at the backdrop. It looked like something out of someone's playroom, like a kid's, like a little girl's playroom, with like a castle and stuff. I'm like, this is so. Look at this whole setup.
Yeah.
For essentially them playing the same fucking song 20 times.
Yeah.
I mean,
I wish I could log on to my Instagram from the computer so you could see.
Thank you. Good night.
The stage, it must take a week to build at least.
So it is what I'm saying, right?
It is. Most of the festivals have. It has to be at least 800.
I gotta look. Oh crap! I gotta look this up. Keep talking.
It has to be like 1,000 feet wide.
What is it called? EDC.
EDC.
Hold on, let me.
You can put EDC main stage, but Ultra is the same. What is it?
Oh, there it is.
Lost Forest, I believe, is another one.
Oh my God! Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't put the sound on, but look at this.
Yeah, that's most likely the main stage, and they do fireworks. Look at that. That's
Oh my God!
that's a quarter-mile long, easy. Not that, maybe that's exaggerated, but
Look at all the light stuff, because I'm a big light guy, right? So, oh my God! What? Who's that?
let's see. I can't tell.
Gareth Emery or something?
I don't know who he is, and that's in the top, in the middle of the stage. They normally have something like, their eyes open, kind of freaky.
Oh my God! All right, I got to stop this just in case. Oh shit! Just in case we get in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble, but look at this stage.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Are you effing kidding me? How cool is that?
Dude, and you see it like that, but when you're in front of it, it's enormous.
It looks massive.
That's probably like a few hundred feet away.
Oh my God, that looks so effing cool.
Yeah, it's
And the sound system must be.
Oh my goodness, you could hear that from the parking lot.
Right?
The parking lot's half mile away, and you could hear it at the parking lot.
Because correct me if I'm wrong. It's not just the visual. It's not just the lights. It's not just. It's got to be the sound, right? It's got to hit you, right?
Yeah, you could feel the people that sit in the front. They have to buy special earplugs to put in their ear,
or else. Right?
Yeah. Well, I'll never forget the first time I went to a festival. I went to one in New York called EZoo, Electric Zoo, and
where in New York is that?
They did it in Randall's Island.
I'm not familiar. Is that like a big park or something?
It's a big park. It's the unofficial sixth borough. It's
is it like off of Staten Island?
It's off of Manhattan.
I know Randall's. Okay, yeah.
Like where the FDR runs.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Wow.
So
that must have been badass, right?
It was one of the coolest experiences I've ever had in my life.
Is that every year?
Well, they did it every year until last year when, boy, they messed up so bad, and I hate to dog something that I love so much.
The truth is the truth, whether you say it or not. You might as well say it.
They now, granted, this festival, people come from all over the world to go to these festivals. My son went to Vegas to go to EDC.
Oh, I'm sure there's a million of these in Vegas, right?
Yeah, well, they only play. Normally, the festival is from Friday to Sunday. It's a 3-day festival. The tickets for all 3 days is like $500.
What?
Yeah, in Vegas, I believe is from
Wow.
8 p.m. to 8 a.m.
Wow.
7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Something like that. It's 12 hours, the 3 days, and
Oh my God.
yeah,
That's why they invest in the backdrop. I mean, do the math. $500 per what?
per
How many-
person.
I know, but like how many thousands of people, right? I mean,
It's easily 80,000, 90,000.
holy Jeebus. I'm doing the math and it's insane.
Yeah, it's very,
Trying to see if I find
very.
another one. Look at that.
Yeah, I will show you. I have some in my
Oh,
Instagram
God.
when I attended.
That looks
And,
insane.
Yeah, it's very, very cool.
Look at that. How cool is that? Oh, good. The damn
Yeah.
picture didn't get bigger.
So yeah, so
There's a joke in
Izu
there.
last year messed up. They oversold tickets. So
Okay.
which
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not cool.
normally is a limited amount of people, limited amount of tickets.
That's not cool. Who's this that did this?
Electric Zoo,
Electric Zoo.
and
That's not cool.
it breaks my heart because that was the nearest festival towards us.
That's not the cool.
And again, people come from all over the world to go to these festivals. It
Um,
starts on Friday.
Imagine they say, "Oh, sorry, we can't fit you."
Guess what happens?
A brawl.
Friday, the first day, they weren't ready.
Get
They-
the
They couldn't let anybody in.
out of here.
My
Come on.
son lost his sugar
Oh, it
over
was- oh,
this.
it was
Let me see, how much longer do I have? I've got 10 minutes left.
Ah,
He lost his sugar because his favorite DJ was gonna play there, and I'll say it, Adventure Club. Shout out to Adventure Club.
hold on.
They're good. They follow my son on Instagram.
Nice.
They know him because he goes to so many of his shows.
That's so great.
They're awesome guys.
That's great.
But they canceled Friday's show, and there were 50,000 people outside the line.
Oh, come on.
So you can't imagine how that scene was.
Probably not pretty.
Saturday
Not pretty.
Saturday was cool, but the people that paid for the 3-day event already lost a day. So they went Saturday. Saturday was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday they oversold tickets because you could buy the weekend or you could
each
buy.
individual- right, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe
And
not. It's not 500 times 50. But if they're buying individual days and it's different people, I mean, could be even
Yeah.
close, right?
And Sunday there were something like 15,000 people that couldn't get in because
Oh
it
my
was at capacity.
What?
And well, to put it this way, that's when Electric Zoo died.
Wow, that sucks.
And Electric Zoo was so freaking cool. I'll show you later.
Yeah.
All the pictures and videos I took
I
there.
see it all over TikTok. I see it, where it's always like, the world's wait for it. It's
Mhm.
always wait for it. The world's greatest drop. And I'm just like, oh my God, seriously, we doing this
Yeah.
again?
In fact, if you Google what happened to Izu, and you
Yeah,
see
yeah.
it's like, holy man, how do you?
Well, you heard of Burning Man, right? That whole fiasco with that, and like organizing these events it's got to be redonkulous. First of all, to get the permit, it's got to be insane. They don't just give permits to any jackass. Like if you and I are like, we're gonna create a whatever electronic, they'd be like,
Mhm.
nice try, right? You have to have some cred, have a number of events and have a track record, whatever. But then that stuff here, like this stuff here, let me put it up. All these like backdrops and stuff,
Mhm.
that stuff costs money.
Mhm.
It costs and it's coordination, right? I mean, it's
Dude,
people
and-
coming to build this stuff.
Imagine how long it takes to build a
Look at
stage like
that.
that. That has to take
That's
over 2
indoors
weeks.
though. That one I'm showing is indoors, but still, that's incredible. Look at this one
Yeah.
from different angles, and the clarity of the screens is insane.
Oh my goodness, yeah. I
Look at that. It's so elaborate. That's insane.
I don't know how long it takes them to build that stage, but I imagine it has to be 100-man crew
Look
working
at that.
at least
What?
3 or 4 weeks. To
Oh, is this one? That's what it was. Oh, duh. There's an arrow. Push it. Dumb. Go on. I'm sorry.
yeah, no.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's from the DJ's point. What a view he gets. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Casa Bacardi. That must be the party with them. Yeah, commercialized bullshit. You know, go away with your Casa Bacardi. By the way, I heard Bacardi might sponsor us. We love Bacardi.
Yeah, dude. That's my favorite for mojito. And unless you don't sponsor us, there's somebody else in the running.
That's funny. One day. Yeah, we're getting a little cocky a little early. We got to put a few just like I'm saying with these EDM people, like we have to get some shows under our belt before we get because blah 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 whiskey ain't gonna be like, oh yeah, we love these guys and they're 3 pilots. Actually, this is number 4.
Number 4, yes.
But I'm sorry, go on.
No, you know what's the coolest part about the festival? And it's funny because I was speaking to my friend about it, that the coolest part about this festival is that everybody there is family. They have their own hashtag that only belongs to us because I'm part of the community, which is hashtag PLUR, PLUR, peace, love, unity, respect.
Oh, I dig that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And I like that.
The women there.
That's cool.
The women there, some of them are topless. Not kidding.
Okay. This is a good lead into what we're going to talk about in a second.
90% are wearing like thong panties with a top and fishnets.
Where is this again?
All the festivals.
All of them.
All of them.
Okay.
And they wear like diamond stuff in their forehead and
like lit up and stuff. Right?
No, it's like rhinestones. So when the lights hit, it shines.
Oh, that's awesome.
They have friendship bracelets.
That's got to be pretty sexy.
We don't have a social thing here, but if you hashtag PLUR and click on it, you're gonna see these women that they're 90% naked, and
I'll go on Instagram later.
They all feel 100% safe. There is nobody gonna disrespect them, touch them, or make them feel uncomfortable. It's a community that is, I dare say, it has to be the closest thing to heaven on earth.
Well, it's got the soundtrack. But I'm glad to hear you say that, but I'm sad that you have to say that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, you can't get away with that anywhere else. You can't go to a club and I mean...
do you understand what I mean by that?
Yeah, that men cannot control themselves. You know, they see a woman dressed a certain way, so they think they're a certain way. So now the man is going to act a certain way because they think she's a certain way, and it's like, no, she's just, you know,
it's the wrong way, kid. It's wrong way. Right.
Especially and specifically when it comes to the festivals, like that is not it. I've been to more than 10. Oh, way more than that. And all the women dress like that every single time, and they are 100% safe and secured. And
as they should.
Be.
I mean, not trying to pander my ladies. I mean, for God's sake, a modern Renaissance man like myself and this gentleman right here, if you get enough of us around you, you should feel safe, right? I mean, not trying to toot our own horn, but...
Yeah, no, it's the respect is, you could say hi to anybody, they'll say hi to you. There's things called friendship bracelets. So you meet somebody.
Is Taylor Swift there with hers?
You grab hands and you take one of your bracelets and you slide it over into their hand.
So there's a whole thing, like there's a whole culture of
yes,
this, right?
Yes.
It's like a whole. Go on, keep going. This is fascinating to me. Go on.
A lot of gay dudes.
Here we go.
Okay. They are very flamboyant.
Woo!
But they are respected. As gay as they want to be, you know, like I
say it with me, as they should be.
As
right?
they should be. Yeah, dude, be happy.
Live your life.
Nobody there's upset. like at a festival, nobody's upset. There was a group of gay dudes, and
Do your thing.
I didn't have my shirt on. I'm
Right.
just walking around, and
They
like
totally ignored you, right?
one of them like started dancing next to me, and I started dancing next to him, and
Give some
it's
love.
is like, yeah, and then I gave them all a hug, and it's like, oh, good to meet you, and blah blah
Yeah.
boom, and we went that way.
Listen, and thank you for anyone that listens. I truly believe, because I guarantee at least one person that eventually will hear this in the future that we don't know might hear you go, yeah, and then you went and you bent him over the shack or whatever. It's like, bro, do you not understand? Let me look at do you not understand what he's talking about? Like, you talk about the hippies of the 70s or the 60s or whatever. This is like a modern day place. It sounds like you speak of it so passionately, and you talk about all these. It's like a culture.
Yeah.
And what did we talk about? Great kind of backtrack to our, the culture discussion. I think in episode, was it 3? Did we do where it talked about, is it bad to be around people that you feel are your people, your own? And some might have heard it and thought that I was being very racist or whatever. No, because this falls into that category. And if we all open our minds a little bit, we'll understand what the fuck I'm saying.
Yeah.
People that share your same beliefs or similar beliefs, interests, especially if it's something this passionate. I mean, one of the first things you told me, I love EDM music. I work out to it. And I'm just like, okay, you know what that tells me? You're not gay. You're an energy guy. You are an energy guy, and you appreciate energy.
Yeah.
And this creates a culture. I know. Give me 2 seconds. I'll vomit the rest of my thought out. But what I'm trying to say is, this is like, you talk about it like it's a family, a culture. Even though you don't know all these people, you're not on some big ass meta thread or whatever. You might be. Who knows, right? But when you're there, these are your peeps.
Yeah.
And you feel safe. It's one of the first things you said, right? You feel safe. The women feel safe. Again, I'll ask you again. Is it bad to want to be around people like your peeps, right? No, right?
No, of course not.
Because it doesn't just mean what you look like, that you're Dominican or whatever. It could be people that share your same interests, right? It could be people that love EDM music and go to these festivals and, really are thoughtful about what they wear and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking enough. About you go. Yeah. You do your thing. Tell me more. I want to know more about EDM and the ladies.
Well, that's in addition to the ladies dressing how they want, gay people being as gay as they want to be, and I show them love too. It's like they knew I wasn't gay.
They can tell.
And
and I don't mean they.
Yeah,
those gentlemen, or however those beautiful babies can tell.
Yeah.
Right.
They knew I wasn't gay, and they extended. They showed me respect. We, danced a little bit, boom, 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 and then I gave them all a pound and a hug, and it's like, yo, good to meet you, brother. You know what I'm saying? Have time, have fun.
Say it with me. As you should.
As you
right?
should. That's
Show
right.
love, get love, right?
Yeah, and
the love you give is the love you get, right?
Yeah, and it's the love there is the best place on earth, brother. I don't know another place that you could have that type of energy, that type of that just you just feel so comfortable.
I want to go now.
And
I want to
it
go.
doesn't matter. I remember this one time. This really big girl, she was really big. She had a little tube top on and short shorts with fishnets, and her belly was sticking out, casting a shadow over the lens and everything. And she got so many hugs and high fives. I saw her and I was like, yes, you do you, girl.
Yeah.
You do what you want to do. High five, boom.
Let's go, boom. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And but
that's love, right?
Yeah,
that's love.
You're accepted as you are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And one of my other favorite parts, everybody takes their flag from where they're from.
What do you mean by that?
Like
they
like I have a big ass Dominican flag, and I take my flag. I could wear it as a cape. I drag it this
okay,
way.
I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't understand if you meant that they have flags there and they're hanging around the flags or
Oh,
something.
no. Like,
like, yay, the wrong flag. I've been under China for a while.
yeah,
I'm
it's
not
it's really cool because you see all the different cultures that are there. I've seen flags from Japan, Colombia, American flags, Dominican, Puerto Ricans, and when Dominicans and Puerto Ricans see each other's flags, we like kind of run to each other,
Yeah.
just to say, "Hey, what's going on?"
You.
I,
Islanders, yeah, let's go.
and I was most surprised one day when I saw a flag from Israel in the festival. I was like, I gotta meet this person. And I go up to him and I'm like, yo, this is the first time I've seen an Israel flag in a festival, man. What's going on? I'm Frank, and I forgot the dude's name. And, we spoke there for a little while, and then, we hugged. And, yeah, so it's like you could really talk to anybody. You could see the hottest girl there. You could go say hi. She will say hi to you because it's that type of...
That kind of vibe, right?
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. And then I want to get... This is so fascinating. What a great conversation. Why can't I don't want to ask that predictable question. Do you feel like, here's a better question. Do you feel like that we need more and more of these types of festivals to happen because of what's going on now?
I didn't talk about the downside.
You talked about Israel and all that, and made me think about all this. I don't want to go down that road, right? I don't want to go there. Not today.
Yeah.
I don't want to do any government today. But better question. You leave there feeling on a high, right? You feel incredible. You feel like you probably let go of some steam, right? How, in recent years with everything going crazy and after COVID, do you think that this kind of thing is like you need it even more? And it's like, wow, God, I need to let some steam out because this shit is getting to me. I don't want to put thoughts in your head.
If there were more festivals in my immediate area where I live, I would attend. And I would attend. And I'm not talking about a club because there's a million of those.
Sure. It's not the same atmosphere.
No.
When you've got a massive, like we just looked at this, it's insane. I mean, that's an experience in its own, right? I mean, come on.
And again, it has to be weather friendly because if it's cold, nobody's going to be outside. I don't want to be with a coat outside in a festival.
No, that's not fun. Unless it's like Norway and it's
actually,
like,
they actually do that in Europe. I forgot which one, but they had
like a polar bear thing where people are running around half naked,
and it was really cool. But if there were more of those in my immediate area, I would definitely 100% go.
You've got me 1,000% intrigued. I never thought I'd ever want to go to one of these places.
Oh my God, dude!
Never ever thought.
If there's one,
you got me. Let's go.
My son is he follows like every major festival, and he's gone to Florida, to Oklahoma, drove to Oklahoma to go to I think it's called the Lost Lands, and is in the middle of the forest, and.
What the acoustics there must be insane. Everything.
Well, a lot of people they bring their camping gear. They camp outside, outside the festival.
That in and of itself would be worth it. You're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
You're free. You've got music. You've got girls and guys. Everyone's beautiful babies are running around in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
I mean, Frank, it's like, hey, you know what I mean? Like, let's go. No one's ever gonna know what happens. This is better than Vegas. You know what I mean? Just everyone take your crap with you and don't leave it in the woods. You know what I mean? Not your crap, but your other shit.
I really have to show you a video of that. I think it will blow your mind. It is.
Let's do it for a future pod where I could put the video up and we could see it. I mean, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea.
That'd be awesome. Let me put a bow on this because we're now 39 minutes in.
All right, I made it. All right, who took the bet?
Fuck. Crap. But cash your winnings in Vegas. Oh, by the way, one of the things I want to say, I was listening back to the first episode. Well, you know what I mean. We're calling it the first pilot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And great. It's awesome. We talk about OnlyFans. We talk about
Yeah.
it's called Money, Power, Freedom equals OnlyFans ? Like,
Yeah.
you know, I thought it was a very, very, well, I'm not going to say what I think. What did you think about that first?
I thought it
Because
was.
I'm going to piggyback off of it, and I think you're going to love this. But go on.
I think that was very clever. I thought that was very, very clever. I was like, wow.
It just happened off the cuff. I didn't really plan that.
Mm-hmm.
I think we just walked right into it, did we not? Started just talking about it randomly.
I remember we was talking about something and it led to something else. And I said something. I'm like, oh, these
Clicking
girls
on a
OnlyFans.
link.
Yeah.
We were talking about how women ladylike online, right?
Yes. Yes.
And then you said something about clicking on a link.
right.
And then you're like, oh, OF. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh, damn, you were so perfect. And then I see the OnlyFans. And then we started getting into the top earners
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. And I listened to it back. I tried to snip it, to do, I've got it like, dude, look at this. These are timestamps, right? These are timestamps of when I want to do 2 or 3 minute segments. Yeah, I've got like 30 segments. I'm like, how am I going to post 30 effing segments? I'm trying to do snippets like appetizers. Just then go listen to the pod. You know what I mean? Like, but there's so many great little snippets in there. Oh my God. Even the 203, when you talk about the 203 section in Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
That's got to be a snippet. Like,
Yeah.
I love how you talked about that. It was so natural. But I'll share with you, it's going to be hard I need to make this easy as we go on, because if we don't snip all, and again, I told you before, I'm going to be doing on TikTok, a behind the scenes on how to create a pod, right?
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things I'm going to cover is learning about how to snip parts of your podcast so that you could promote it online on TikTok if it's still around, or Reels or Insta or something like that, where it's 1 or 2 minutes, right? Because they tend to be short, and that can drive traffic, right? It's very important these days to cross-pollinate your content online, right? It's great for the algorithms. It's great for everything. It's great for you.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to snip all this stuff. I want to cut all this up and put it. I can't do that. I mean, it's like me saying, Frankie, I'm going to take the meal I made for you, a full meal, but you don't want to eat all that. I'm going to just make some little appetizers that are kind of like the meal, and then I serve you the fucking meal. Like, here you go. And you're just like, bro, I thought you were going to give me little appetizers. It's like, I didn't know it. Just eat it all, right? But eventually we will. But one of the things I started listening to in the OnlyFans thing, I was kind of running some conditions by you about what if this and then that with the girl, you know what I'm saying? What if you really hit it off? Everything was great. She's taking care of you, right? She's doing all the we talked about serving you and stuff, and not that you need to be served. You're a great cook on your own. We talked about that, but it was more about she'll just take care of you. But after she shakes her booty on OnlyFans and makes some money, right? And we're like, do we want to mess with a girl like that? Blah blah blah, right? Well, I got something else to run by you.
Mm.
You ready?
I'm ready.
And that's why this is turned the way it is. And one day we'll have the TV back there. One day this would have been perfect for that. And when we go live, this is going to be great. So let me start by giving you another scenario, right?
Why do I feel like something's going to drop?
It's going to drop like an EDM. Boom! I'll start backwards. I'm not going to start with what I'm going to say. You meet a woman, right? How dare I? A lady.
Okay.
You meet a lady. How you meet her, it's irrelevant. Put an X there, whatever.
Okay.
You really hit it off, right? Things are, wow, right? Kind of like your lady, right? I mean, yeah, your friend.
My friend.
Your friend.
Yeah.
Right? But you're hitting it off. You look into her eyes, right? Because I'm an eye guy, right? Some people are ass guys. I don't know. I'm an eye guy. I like to look into their eyes. But I also, whatever. We'll move on. you look into her eyes and you feel a connection. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous, right? And the way you kiss, and it's like, wow, what magic. The way she looks at you, the way she holds you, it's just kismet, right? It's like, wow. She makes great money. You're like, okay, where's this going? You about to find out. And she's very pretty. Beautiful face, great hair. By the way, is a woman who is taller than you, because I'm not going to go with the tall thing, because most of these women I'm going to talk about are probably not super tall. But is it a woman being your height or taller, does that bother you?
Not at all.
Okay. And we've already established in the last couple episodes, neither one of us care. It doesn't bother us if the woman makes more money than us, right?
Not at all.
I'm going to add another thing to the mix. You ready? Okay. She's a bodybuilder.
Okay.
You ready to see some photos?
Sure. Okay.
Here we go. So, I clicked the wrong button here. Let's go up here, right? Let me, okay. So, bye-bye EDM. All right. We're going to get rid of the stage. And the first one, oh, that's the EDM. This lady here.
Keep it that bigger.
Do you know who that is? I believe, if I have this correctly. Ah, damn it. I don't want this up there. Get out of here. Look at that. Can you see that?
That's a very impressive physique.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to leave that there. I don't know if I can play anymore. Yeah, I read it. That's Andrea Shaw, Miss Olympia, right?
Okay.
Miss Olympia. Hold on, skip that. What is going on here? Oh my God! Whatever. Get out of here. She's Miss Olympia, 2024, I believe, right? It's one hell of a physique, is it not?
Yeah.
Wow. And before we get into the meat of what I want to talk about, we could both agree that, how do I say this in a nice way? Steroids don't do that, right? You need hard work. You need dedication, diet. She don't look like that all year long. It's impossible, right? You can't be with that dehydrated of a condition, because to get the striations, to get the tone, she's at probably her weakest she's ever been that whole year in that week or two leading up to the competition, right? For contest prep, right? Depleted of water and salt and all sorts of stuff. Trying to get her skin to be as thin as possible and just really be striated like the men, right? She's not looking like that all year long, right? But we could at least agree that's hard work, right? For her to do that, that's hard work.
It is hard work, because I don't look like that, and I bust my ass at the gym, and I don't look like that. So,
and I'm going to take it a step further. There's probably genetics involved, right? I don't think every American can go, you know what? Oh, after he's done with his Wendy's. No, but his cheeseburger, and he goes, I'm going to do that. I'm going to get some steroids and go into the gym. Chances are you're never going to look like that. Or, I mean, if I looked like some of the figure women that I'm about to show you, like their biceps and stuff, the dense striation, I'm like, wow. But is that sexy?
No.
That's tough, right? We could agree that's an amazing accomplishment for Andrea, right? It's amazing, right? Amazing accomplishment.
I will say it's an amazing accomplishment. It's a very impressive physique. It's, clearly, she works hard and is dedicated. Is it sexy? For me personally, it's not.
You're so here. Frankie, you qualified it before I could even say it. Sexy is for you, right? Sexy is in the eye of the beholder, so to speak, right? It's not anything she should ever worry about. She's not going to meet you anyway, right? But sexy is how you feel about it, right? How that energy bounces off of her, right? and then comes back to you and what it does to you. And it's also how you feel, right? Like, you know, men can feel sexy. We don't call it that, right? We call it something else, you know, like a confidence or a swagger, right? Men got swagger. Women are sexy. Maybe not the same. Maybe I'm off, but I guess what I'm trying to say, you qualified it beautifully. You didn't put her down, right? You said, she's not sexy for me, but I appreciate the work, right?
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, to look like that, bro. I know a really good friend of mine. His brother was a competitive bodybuilder,
Okay.
and his diet and routine was insane. He will train 3 times a day. 3 times a day, bro.
That's a lot of training.
Yeah, and he needs to eat his protein like every 2 hours.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about to midnight. He's gonna wake up at 2 in the morning,
Yep.
at 4 in the morning.
Have a shake or like a turkey burger or something.
It was absolute. Now, his body was absolutely incredible.
Right.
I was like, wow. I'm like,
I'm not going to ask what kind of embellishments he needed to get there, you know, some help, because it's kind of a given that you're going to walk right up to the line, and sometimes, you know, but
I mean, he wasn't huge. I don't think he took anything to help him get there faster or anything.
Okay, so he wasn't like, you know, with the round muscle bellies like you see on the Olympia
No, I
guys.
mean, this dude was lean, solid, probably weighed 215, 220.
So, my bad, my friend. So if in case you ever see me in a bar and you're like, this mother, I'm gonna rip you apart. So thank you for clarifying, because I kind of fell down a little. I kind of tripped there because that would insinuate to anybody listening, nobody's listening, one day, that you could only get that kind of look with drugs, right? And that's not true.
That's
not true.
No,
and I could verify that because it's sitting in front of me, and I've seen many examples in my lifetime of people that busted their ass, had great genetics, right? Great genetics, busted their ass, and had a dedication and a love for it, what they got out of it, right? So I'll shut up and keep going.
Yeah. No, and this dude, when I heard what he did to get to where he got, and like, he will be nervous if he doesn't have chicken breast in the house. He visited his brother, my friend, and there was not enough chicken breast in the house.
Yeah. They're perfectly measured, right? It's
So
got 4 ounces of chicken breast or 6 ounces.
So they had to run to the supermarket, and you know, he felt uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because he lives by this, like, is his blueprint of the day. It's like, I gotta eat this, and this.
Well, think about it. He's trying to grow his body, right?
Mm-hmm.
Think about what else human, right, grows and needs to eat every 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
What else would need to eat, at least for a period of its time of its life, eat every 2 hours? A baby.
Yeah.
Right? Pardon me. And you think about, you know, a mother or a father. I had to do it, right? Many times. I actually preferred the late night shift when I had to feed the baby, right?
Mm-hmm.
Both of them. They need to eat often, right? They're not eating chicken breast, right?
Yeah.
Or they're not eating, like, you know, broccoli and chicken breast. It's, you know, well, different type of breast, but I move on.
Mm-hmm.
And not mine. But big dedication to bring it back to the lady, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to show another. So Miss Olympia, we're both agreeing, not our style, right? Not our style. Not for me either. But I appreciate. I think she has a beautiful smile.
I admire her dedication.
Absolutely.
And her work ethic, and you know, and I would totally hang out with her, and
Sure.
It's like, shit, you know, I'll go to the gym with you.
Gotcha.
Okay, wait a minute, hold on. Almost an hour, made it 50 minutes.
Well done, kid.
All
well
right,
done.
party.
Well fucking.
So like I will go to the gym with her, and it's like, yeah, let's do this.
Probably be fun.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And probably learn a thing or two. Shoot.
You know,
I mean,
but and you know, with the right amount of whiskey, I'm like, you know what? What's the worst that could happen? You know what I'm saying? Let's do this. You know,
at
challenge me. You know,
at least you're honest, right?
yeah. But
honest.
I don't think that I would. It's It's just not my taste, you know.
So let me up the ante, because this is like I'm going to be like a real estate agent. I'm not going to show you the house that I want you to be in. Come on, I'm going to show you. And please, oh, I just realized what I did. I'm not my lady. If you ever Andrea, whatever, Shaw, you know, you're beautiful. You're one. I know. I have an idea of what Frankie isn't into, right? Because I think one of the last things I'm going to show you, you're going to be like, right? But not our gig, right? She's not. Like,
that's a bit much,
sexy, right? It's a little bit much for me, for my stature. I don't even know how tall she is. I don't even want to look at it. It's not my thing, right? I appreciate it. And some people might be like, how the hell do you know about working out? You look at you, you're 150 pounds. Because I wasn't 150 pounds. I used to work out a lot. And I had about, I think for a good chunk of my life, I was between 180 to 190 and with a good amount of muscle mass. I was into this kind of shit, right? I loved it. And I lived it. I did the the containers with the broccoli and the chicken, I was doing that stuff and the shakes and everything, and I felt amazing. I just didn't know why I was still doing it. You know what I mean? It just like, and then my body started aching, and then the drinking, the whole thing. That's a whole other thing. But let me show you something else. We're gonna up the ante.
Okay. So
Noah and Andrea Shaw, but we love her. This is. Can you see this? Hold on. I'm gonna. I believe this is this wellness? It's one of the other categories. I mean, we've got quite a bit, and my cursor is aiming at some of their thighs, right? This is wellness. If you get it closer, I can't make this bigger. I wish giggity. That's wellness, right? So if you watch here, Isabel Nunes, she's beautiful, right?
She is.
I'll make this bigger here, right? I mean, holy hammies, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, that's some stature there, right? She's got. I wish I had those legs,
Christ,
right? I wish I had those legs, those arms, those shoulders. Holy shit, right?
Yeah.
One more time. Oh, I don't want to go there yet. Maybe. Here. Look at this. We'll do it all at once. Look at those lats, those wings, those bat wings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. I'll see if I could. I left it here because I wanted to see them all, because they'll go individually from one to the other. I mean, look at the striations right here on the second from the left. Wow, right? That's impressive. Is that doing anything for you?
Nope. Nope. Okay. A couple of things. Look at the first one all the way to the left. You see the body?
All the way to yep.
To the left.
Yep. 22, right? Number 22. This one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Look at her body.
Yep.
Look at her face.
I think she's got a pretty face. You don't think so?
It doesn't match her body. It's like like a white chocolate inside of a hot chocolate. And
I thought the same thing. It's just because she puts the bronzer on her body.
Yeah,
and then the makeup on the face.
Right,
they overly make up themselves. It's unfortunate.
And I understand this is part of the competition, and this is what they have to do so they can compete and try to win. And I understand it, and I respect it. Look, to look like that, man, it's
impressive, right?
You got to live your life a certain way, and I'm saying you got to live your life like we go to work and come home, unwind, watch TV, have a whiskey or whatever. This is their job and their hobby.
And unfortunately, not even the men. I mean, I think they get paid more these days, but they didn't make a lot of money back then. I mean, they made money on the exposure of what it meant to have a body like that. Arnold Schwarzenegger famously said, hopefully, this, it's in my words, not his. I guess it was famous that his intention was, the whole world's going to know who I am because of my body. Mm-hmm. And then once I start, I guess, speaking, I'm going to fulfill whatever, he's going to make it big, I don't know. He said it differently, but a lot of these people, like one guy that Jay Cutler, he lives in Las Vegas. He won a number of Mr. Olympias. Ronnie Coleman. big guys, big guys, big muscle bellies, right? They they had to hawk all sorts of products and sponsorship things, and that's where I learned. I remember them getting interviewed and basically saying, like, we don't look like this all year long. To get to that shreddedness, like I was talking about for Andrea, whatever, for the ladies, it takes 12 weeks minimum to get down there. It's a process. It's little by little by little, right? And I remember reading all the muscle magazines and stuff like that. My friends and I would talk about that. I even tried to do that to cut. It was difficult, man. You know, the week before, you have to drink 2 gallons of water every day. Say with it, 2 gallons of water, right? Imagine, I mean, some people might think that's easy. Well, then you go down to like a cup of water the day before the contest, right? So that your body could pee off. It's expecting 2 gallons of water. It's getting like a couple of cups of water, and it's pissing out all the water. So you get a really like hard, dense look, right? That's not healthy.
Yeah.
So what do? They schedule all of their shoots usually during the time that they're competing because they look the best. And most of these people, they look fine, but they don't look like that, right? I just want to throw that out there. They're still pretty big, but when they're this lean, it's dangerous to be like this all year long. You just don't. And some people can get away with it, but most of these people can't. Especially if you want to put on more muscle and be strong. When you're that weak, you can't do it. It's either I remember, and listen, I'll shut up because I feel like I'm preaching to the Adonis, and people are like, why isn't he talking about working out? Sorry. But I mean, do you agree with what I'm saying? Like, as far as, have you heard of this before with cutting and stuff?
To be honest, I don't follow any bodybuilders. I don't know any of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's interesting.
I look up routines for the muscles I want to build, and I try it. If I feel that it works, I continue and I look more into it. But I don't follow these guys because that's not my goal. You know?
Right. What is your goal?
I tell you my motivation.
Listen, you know what? Better. What is your motivation?
Okay. So I believe I told you the story, and I'll say it over here. When I was 41 years old, I noticed a lot more gray hairs.
Okay, I know where this is going. Go ahead.
And
would you like to say what geolocation? Nope. Okay. I think we've insinuated enough. Move on.
And I knew I'm 41. I know I'm not young, but I know I'm not old. But gray hairs have a way to tell you, like, yo, you're getting old. And
I had the same experience, but go on.
And at that morning, I said, you know what? I refuse to get old. I know I'm not young, but I refuse to get old. And not getting old because, this was 9 years ago. I'm 50 now. But I was like, okay, I'm going to do whatever it takes to make sure that anybody younger than me does not look better than me. Okay, now as ridiculous as that sounds, because it is, if there's a 21-year-old that works out every day the way I work out every day, he's going to have probably a better body.
I highly doubt it, but go on.
And, to me it's ridiculous, but also to me, in my mind, I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. Nobody younger than me is going to look better than me, and I will go to the gym. I will be the hardest worker in there. And I'm not looking to be the strongest. I'm looking to be the fittest.
Okay.
So
that makes sense.
Yeah. So it's I do what I have to do to build my body the way I want it to look, and I think I still need a few improvements here and there, but overall I'm satisfied with where I'm at, and that's good enough for me. And now it's just maintenance from here forward. I go to the gym just
there
to
you go.
to
There you
maintain
go.
it.
So when I'm putting this stuff up here and talking about all this stuff, you're just like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I've heard of this stuff. I don't do this stuff. I just kind of do my thing, right?
Yeah, like I don't do the protein powder things. I don't do these crazy diets that I go to the gym in the morning. I eat whatever I want throughout the day, and in the evenings I have a few beers and a few whiskeys, and
You live your life.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not in a competition,
You
and
live
I'm
your
not,
life. Yeah.
and I'm not trying to compete with anybody either.
So, it's interesting. And by the way, do you want to share your TikTok for anybody that wants to see the fruits of your labor, or no, or save that for another time?
We could save that for another time.
Let's just say the proof is in the pudding, and if the pudding's a photo or two or a video, then you got a lot of pudding online, folks. Ladies, there's a lot of sweet pudding online. And I think a lot of men, beautiful babies, also could attest to that. But going back to these ladies, again, I think we've established it's hard work. I don't want to talk about that anymore. I think we've established that, right? But how about bikini?
Okay.
Are we getting somewhere? I wish I could make it bigger. I can't.
Yeah.
Giggity. That fucking. I always walk into that.
I see
Somebody's laughing right now.
And like the one to the far right, she's a size 0. They look like they're all size 0s, size 2.
What do you notice that they all have?
Long hair, big smiles.
I love you, Frank. I love you. That's not what I was thinking, but go on.
Fake boobs.
There you go. Which just seems to be a prerequisite. Unfortunately or fortunately, whatever. I'm not going to front. It looks, I'm not an anti-boob guy, but it's not a prerequisite, right? I've been with many different women in the course of my life where, some handfuls, some mouthfuls, some pillowcasefuls. I'm cool with it. But is this doing anything for you?
No.
Really nothing. Because I got to tell you, if one of these was like 5'6" or 5'5" or 5'4" or something like that, all 4 of them, I'd be like, okay, let's go. Can I tell you why? And very simple. And I don't think I always thought this way, but I think it's very sexy when a woman works out.
Yes.
Right? Very, very, how do I say this so I don't come across already looking like a creep, and also sounding like one. But
it's admirable. It's inspiring. It's lovely. The gym where I go to, there's a few girls that go there that they go. That a couple of I admire that they go in and they go in hard. Like they're not.
They're focused.
Yeah, they're very focused, and
I find that so attractive.
Yeah, because when I'm in the gym, I'm like, I know what I'm gonna do. I know how much time exactly to the minute is gonna take me to get there, and
we've talked about it. You have a whole routine. We'll go into more detail another time.
Yeah,
but go on.
And
yeah.
But when I see a girl or anybody going in like that, it's like, yeah, I respect that, and I see them, and I'm like, try to give them. Yeah, party, dude. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing.
Give them the respect that they deserve.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they didn't ask for it, but hey, you want to say
it's like, yo, I admire what you're doing. I respect that.
Yeah. But for me, I've always loved it when and I won't go into specifics now, but my ex-girlfriends, when I would see them working out, I'm thinking of a couple in particular. My ex-wife as well, when she would work out, when we were working out so we could get all super fit, and we got so shredded for our wedding. And it just was so sexy, right? I would come home and walk through the door, and I was thinking to myself, if she doesn't want to work out today, because we were doing like a similar workout. It was P90X, which is a workout program many years ago. It was like off an infomercial. I was actually in the infomercial. I'll have to pull it up one day. I'm like flexing.
I would love to see that,
dude. I'm flexing it. I look pretty good. Very white, but pretty good. Like right up at the camera. It's like all these people flexing. Like it's P90X, and it's like they're doing the, and then like I'm the last one there. I'm just like, boom, I'm hitting a double pose. I look pretty good.
You know, I wanted to do the P90X thing because when I looked, everybody ended up with the same body. Everybody had
my
this.
body.
And I was like, you know what? I think I want to try that.
It was fun, bro. I'd do it again.
Yeah.
Because you know why? Here, a quick P90X talk. And the whole company, this is not a thing for Beachbody, whatever, because a lot of the programs are kind of stupid, but many of them are actually fabulous, and they walk you through it. The instructors are great. I'm not repping, but Beachbody, hey, if you ever want a great company, because I bought a lot of stuff from there for very specific programs for women as well that my ex-wife really loved, and a lot of different way. In other words, they took away the excuse to not work out, right? Like, okay, you want to, build some muscle, we could, we could build muscle. You want to, they had like a Zumba thing, they had a dance thing, they had something where it was literally people dancing and stuff, like, but really aggressive. And I tried it. I'm like, wow, this is, I'm like, it's like, it was crazy. They had something called Insanity.
I remember that.
Oh my God. It was like, ready, go. Oh my God. Someone in my life, I don't want to get in trouble, did Insanity with me. The first day that she did it with me, it was right here, actually. It was right here, right
in the mothership,
right here, in the mothership, right? It's in the mothership, and the couch is over here. Television was over there, right? I've got the 360 cam so people can see. She passed. She started getting woozy, and then sat down, and then vomited in the garbage can over there, right? And then the second day that we did it, and that was only a 30-minute workout, right? I'd love to find the Insanity online. It's insane. Literally, here, you know what? Screw it. Let me show people what Insanity is. It's exactly what you think it is. Insane. Beachbody. Insanity workout. You ready? I'm going to put this on the screen. It literally is insane. I mean, yeah, this is it. I mean, it's just like, it's plyometrics, it's jumping, it's everything. And you think, okay, whatever, right?
And I remember that dude. He in the commercials, he's
super. I think he's a sprinter or something. Look at this, like, you're like, yeah, and it's like, I don't know if it was a fake camaraderie or not. I got into that stuff. I actually liked it. I was like, this is pretty cool, and it gave me something else to do when I didn't want to lift weights, but I couldn't go outside and run around because it was cold or whatever. This sounds like a flippin' infomercial for, I don't even know if Beachbody even exists anymore. I haven't done it in a long time. Long story short, she would be doing the woman's version of P90X, or the kind of the lighter version, and I would be doing the regular version, which was like 6 days a week, and it was alternating with different push-pull and stuff like that, body segment. But there would be also like yoga, plyometrics, stretching, all sorts of stuff. It was kickboxing, and it was awesome, right? Loved it. And it was like 90 days. So the first 30 days would be a certain group of exercises. You put in the videos or whatever. Videos, yeah. It was 2009. So we still had the DVDs and stuff. And basically, gave you there was a book that showed you what to eat, what workouts to do, what to eat. Like, it was giving you everything you needed. There's no excuses, right? Go and do it. Pick the plan you wanted to do and do it. At the end of 90 days, I think I lost 25 pounds. Then I kept doing it. I lost another 15. I've got pictures somewhere. I was down to like 160 ripped. 163 I got down to. Now I'm pretty ripped at like 155. But I had more muscle. Like I was. But the fact that a long-winded way of saying, the fact that my ex, when I'd be coming up this, we lived in the third floor of a condominium. We had 900 square foot condominium. And as I would be coming up the steps, I would hear the music through the door, the shitty door, right? And I'm like, oh, she's working out. I'm gonna have to work out because I can't be a pussy today. If she, you know what I mean? If she worked out, I got to do it too. So we kept each other like, there was an accountability there, right? But also when I'd walk in, there's just that a woman's thinking about her body, that she wants to work out. If it's not even for me, that's fine, right? I've dated a couple girls that were really into working out. They felt it, right? And I just, it's so sexy. Like, I find it so attractive. Also because they're going to look good, right? But I'm convinced, and this is going to sound whatever. I'm not into like that. I'm not gross. Like, I want to lick their sweat and whatever. No. Go take a shower, right? Go shower, and then let's do the cool down or the warm up, Let's go test out what you did, right? But it's so sexy. I find it so attractive. So, like, talking about the ladies I just showed you, right? Most of them, I'm in agreement with you. Props for doing what you're doing. Hey, high five. But you got to leave. You ain't staying here, right? I'm sorry, no matter how much money you make, right? I just can't do it. The last ones, okay, I can do it. But the fact that they all work out gives them a leg up on any other woman. Now, if they all of a sudden start quoting Nietzsche or something like that, then I'll be like, oh, if they're really smart, okay, hey, you could protect me and feed me and have the money, okay, I'll consider it. But for the most part, that doesn't do it for me either, right? None of them do it for me. And I think most men, I won't speak for most men, I think for most men that I know, that doesn't do it for them either. Right? Would you agree in your family if we showed, a number of the men in your family, those pictures? Except for the last ones, I think. Because of the booty. Dominicans like the booty, right? I mean, come on.
I think most men like the booty, but...
Good cover up.
I think...
Go on, though.
I think for the experience, I would do it. But long term, I don't think so.
I'm talking long term.
Nah,
I totally understand what you're saying, and I'm such a dog as well. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean by experience. I get it. Trust me. Be like, okay, just wondering. I'm trying it out.
But long term, it's like,
no, right?
I mean, unless the experience is an experience.
Well, that's kind of how I was building up before.
And
that you really are in love, and you never thought you'd fall in love with this person, and then.
But I don't think. Because you already, if you get to that point, you already accepted how they look like, and
that's a great point. Keep going.
So
that's a great point.
I don't think
that's the initial attraction, right? That allows you to say, okay, maybe I'm going to invest some time to get to know her, and then oh my God, all my stars, she's beautiful.
Because
we got a connection.
Yeah, of course, because there's everybody is like that. You get to know somebody, and it's like suddenly their physical appearance doesn't matter.
Go on.
Yeah, and it's like the other way around. Somebody.
It is. That's why I'm.
If somebody's a little bit chubby or a little bit overweight, it's like no, I don't care how they look because the way they make me feel and the way I see them, they're absolutely perfect, and that's what I want.
You're You're an energy guy. If they're able to find that energy inside of them, that confidence, that sexiness, and like that. I'm not saying they're like that lady in the EDM where she's got her belly out, whatever, but they. Regardless of what they look like, they're going to shake it and they're going to, hey kid, they're looking at you and they're thinking, yeah, I got a couple stretch marks. I got a little, but when I get down, he's going to feel it. Yeah, and he likes it.
Well, even beyond that is, when you have a conversation with someone that is like, they could read your soul and.
Well, that's what I was saying with the eyes, right?
Yeah. And, suddenly you're looking at them with the eyes of your heart.
Yeah.
And
have you always been this way, or is this more of a mature type? You were out of the game for a long time, so.
Well, with my wife,
both of us,
I only saw her with the eyes of my heart.
There's like 1,000 women right now. Oh, Frankie. By the way, it says on the screen, Frankie, stronger than you think.
We really got to fix the screen so I'm aware.
This is funnier. But go on.
Yeah, once you see a woman that way, everything else is out the window. Like nothing else matters. And it, especially and specifically physical attributes, whether it's a little too chubby or a little too husky. Fit like
or fit like this, right?
yeah, that that your body looks better than mine. That you're more that your shoulders are bigger than mine, or your arms are bigger than mine. It's different because now it's like no,
it's not feminine. I don't want to put that word.
It's a good. It's okay to say that because
there's lady and there's feminine, right?
Yeah. A lady, a feminine that has a masculine body is it. You're going against what a feminine body looks like traditionally. And
traditionally. Now, however people want to be a disclaimer, liberal, blah, blah, we're going to talk and pretend you're not here. Okay, keep going. I totally know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
go.
For example,
be as real as possible.
As Miss Olympia there.
Yeah, Ashley Shaw, or Andrea Shaw, excuse me. Congratulations, my lady.
Right. And,
well earned.
Even as somebody like me that, I'm built okay, and, she is like considerably bigger shoulders, bigger traps, bigger, and
I'm sure, by the way, she has no trouble finding men. She's got a radiant
I don't know. You
look
know
in
what?
her face.
We got to bring one of them to the show to see how their dating life is, because it's like, okay, number one.
Oh my God, I'd love to interview any one of these women.
Yeah,
oh my
like,
God.
how is are you married? Do you have a partner? How's your dating life? How?
Do they work out with you? Is it something where, hey, I'd even go, I'm not trying to be Howard Stern here, but I'd be like, okay, are you holding him down? Are you getting physical with him? Does he like that? I mean, what are we doing here? Because is he picking you up and are you picking him up?
I mean, is it possible that this is just your job and your hobby that you love so much, but deep down you're the type of woman that likes to cook for her man and clean the house, and
maybe
so it's very, very tricky. So I would love to have one of them in the show, and
oh my God, one day.
Just talk and say, how is your dating life? When was the last time you had sex?
Let me also say, great question. Let me also say this. I'm not trying to be liberal disclaimer here, but they're beautiful. They're just not. I don't see. It's not for me. Right?
Yeah,
it's not for me.
Of course.
Doesn't mean they're not beautiful. The look in the look in their eyes, the dedication, the smile. I know their body's failing on them probably as they're squeezing, and they're like, oh my God, oh, I'm so weak. I'm about to pass out. Like, this is insane. Some of them drink a little bit of wine before they go on to get the vascularity, and they probably get a bit of a head rush when they go out there. I'd love to talk to them about that. Like a little bit of wine, like 2 ounces of wine or something, when they have like no water in them and they're going out there, probably dry mouth and nervous, trying to, and they're posing for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like the weigh-in at UFC, for example. They do the real weigh-in earlier, and then they do the ceremonial weigh-in later, right? That's why the guys, you're like, that guy's 180. He looks like he's 225. Yeah, because he spent the last 5 hours hydrating, getting the liquids back in so he could make weight, right? Same thing with these ladies. The real judging supposedly happens early on. Then they got to get back and do it again and still look good. And the judges make kind of their final call, and off they go, right? So, but long way of saying, not for us, right? But man, it's for someone. And it must be an amazing, dedicated relationship. Or maybe, who knows? I've heard of some body dysmorphia, where people think they're not as big as they should be, or they're too little or whatever. I guess that's the same thing. And maybe two bodybuilders together could be a recipe for disaster mentally, right? The way they look at each other.
It's hard for me to speak on that just because I'm not. I'm not.
That's not your type of woman.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with it enough to.
I'm just hypothesizing,
I personally, I would love to work out with them. It's like, let's, I want to see if I could keep up.
It'd be kind of cool, right?
Yeah, and then
that'd be awesome.
My ego would be like, there is no way I'm gonna lose. I don't care if she is Miss Olympia. There's no way I am gonna go down. That she's gonna outwork me at the gym.
What's an exercise and a weight that if Andrea Shaw, the beautiful Andrea Shaw, Miss Olympia 2024. Beautiful soul, right? Let me put her on the screen here. Let me see if I can. Beautiful smile, right? Where are you, Andrea? Here. And we're going to go with Miss Olympia, Andrea Shaw, right? Beautiful, beautiful soul, right? Look at her on muscular. Look at that smile, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful smile. Oh, come on, Instagram, for God's sake. Whatever. This is so stupid. I just want a picture of her. All right, see if I could do that. Hold on. Look at her. She looks... Here, I'll put it on the screen. She looks fabulous. Look at the look in her face. Look at that smile.
Yeah, she's having a good time.
Look at that.
Yeah, she's very pretty.
She's beautiful.
Yeah.
Look at those eyes. She reminds me of Simone Biles.
Mm.
And I'm not playing that whole, you think they all look the same. I mean, if I put Simone, come on, she's beautiful, right?
Of course.
Not for me, though. But if you saw this picture and she's talking to you, you're like, hey.
Yeah.
And then you show up and you're just like, hey.
Oh, shit.
Whoa, right?
Like, are we going to dinner or to the gym? Like,
I mean, but I'll leave that there. So go back. I interrupted. Go on. What were we talking? I totally forgot. She's beautiful. Wow. I'm being real. Wow. Okay. I'm getting distracted. But let me go back. A girl that, is it important that she prioritizes working out? Would that be a positive in your life right now?
She prioritizes working out. That means she is prioritizing her self-care, her body.
Keep going.
Her mental health.
Okay.
Clearly is a passion. She has goals. She's trying to be healthy. These are all good things.
They're great things. Keep going.
Yeah. So that's something that I admire and respect.
But is it a priority?
Me working out is a priority. It's like my top 3 priorities.
But is it important that she does that? All right, let me just get right to it. Boop. Is it important that she's physically fit? Go.
It's not important if she's physically fit. It's not important. If she is, great. If she's not, that's okay too.
What if she's eating I'm throwing some stuff at you. What if she's eating all sorts of crazy food and whatever? She still looks good. She's doing her thing. And you're trying to behave, or she's like, "Oh, don't go to the gym, boo boo."
No, she's not going to do that.
What would she call you? Boo boo's your friend. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I knew a friend that called the girl called him boo boo.
Yeah.
It was the term of endearment. Whatever, baby, right?
Mm.
And she says, "Oh, baby, don't go to the gym. Stay here with me." And you're like, "Don't go do 1,000 fucking sit-ups." This guy does 1,000 fucking sit-ups. Holy shit. My Lord. She's like, don't go do the sit-ups. Stay here. I'll sit up with you, right?
Well,
how are you treating that?
To put it this way, when I was going to the gym and my wife didn't want me to go, she knew how to make me stay.
Okay.
So
you're gonna get a workout either way.
and I think that's most men. I think any man would be like, okay, well, I went to the gym all this week and that's right.
Let's put it to work, right?
That only works on men. You can't do that to a woman.
No. And I found out that if a woman gets really like she wants to work out, because let's say maybe she looked in the mirror or something, and she's like, "Oh God, I got to get to the gym," and you try to get in the way of that truck, you're gonna get your ass about to get run over by that truck.
There's no way you could.
You know what I'm saying? She's gonna go get the F out of my way. Yeah. I ain't touching you. I'm touching the machines or whatever. Bye. Right? Go on. I'm sorry. By the way, how much time?
Recording?
Yeah. How much?
We have to be at least an hour.
Hour 29:29.
What?
Yep.
The show's almost over?
It's almost over, yeah.
Holy monkey, this
so far, I've been so enthralled, it's hard for me to... This has been smooth. I like this.
Yeah, and...
This is fun. The way we started EDM and stuff, this is fun. This is good. Yeah. But go on. Take it wherever. I'm going to put a bow on it. I think I've made my point, right? As far as we appreciate strong women in every which way possible.
Yes.
Physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, whatever. But strong women like this, you know.
Dude, it's like, dude, I would love to hang out with you. We
Right.
could totally hang out. We could chill. We could rock.
For me to look at that beautiful face.
Yeah, and
Please, let's have dinner. Let's go.
You know, but I think that, you know, the big broad shoulders like this may bring down the volume in the interest of sexual activities or romantic gestures.
And you're just being on for yourself, right?
Just for myself. And
I agree as well.
And it's like, dude, I will make you laugh the whole night. We could chill. We could rock. We could have a fantastic time. I don't know if I could go there. Actually, you know what? With the right amount of whiskey, I could say, not even that, because that's not fair to say, because she is very beautiful. And if she has that type of personality that attracts me, who knows? Because especially at my age, the personality is more important than the physical attributes,
right?
Even if your shoulders are bigger than mine. It's
right.
like, you know, my immediate answer is not for me. My answer after a couple hours of talking
Sure,
may be completely different.
You never know. You stare at those beautiful eyes. I mean, look, I'm not kidding. Like, I think she's beautiful.
She is, absolutely.
But I think, realistically speaking, for my likes and what I'm looking for, because I think everybody's got a compliment. They've got someone in their life, spiritually, mentally, you know, soulmate type of thing. The physical plays a part. Let's be real. I mean, if we talked in another pod, I think it was the first pod, maybe I forget, or the third pod, where, you know, what you look like matters. Does it not?
Well,
let's be real.
It is the first impression is the visual impression.
Keep going. I'm not going to stop you.
Yeah, like
the truth is, Frankie, the truth is the truth, right? Say it with me, regardless if you say it or not. So just say it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
All right. I'll give you a couple of examples. I remember in my previous job, there was this girl. Oh my goodness, she called my attention. She was very, very pretty. She had a really good job. She had a lot of responsibilities, and she did her job well. One day we met through a mutual friend. We met, and when she started speaking, she sounded like she was just so bored, and it was, and yep. And I was like, that I cannot do that. It's not for me.
I totally, dude.
And
the second she opens her mouth, you're like, oh, she's so beautiful. Oh.
And you know, she could be a nice person and everything, but it again, it just turned me off right then and there.
It didn't click.
No. I've met some girls that I will never be romantically interested in. We could talk and everything, and after a few an hour talking, I'm like, this girl's the most awesome person I've ever spoken to. Like, she's awesome. I love her. And suddenly doors are opening. The path is getting brighter.
Your brain's starting to think
and
of
it's
some
like,
stuff. Yeah.
you know what? I would love to take you to dinner because I would love to keep talking to you.
That's what we call a connection.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
You plugged in. Hey, here's a good analogy. My lady, I love your energy. We're just not, my plug doesn't work with yours. Right?
Oof. I don't know if we want to say it like that.
Okay, I just left myself out. Okay, where?
Yeah. No, because my plug fits most places. That's okay. And to all y'all perverts out there.
Oh, you walked in. Well done, Frank. Well done, Frankie.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah.
It works in most places. There are some ladies that are like, oh, really?
Oh my God, yo, this.
Andrew's like, hey, kid.
My fucking cheeks hurt, yo. Oh my god, that's the first time I said fucking an hour and 32 minutes. I went an hour and 32 minutes without saying fuck.
And listen, eventually I would like to do that too, but this is so much fun. Can I save you from that, from what you're about to do? I'm umming here because I'm trying to steer the ship back because the visuals in my head are just. The visuals go two different ways. I just realized what I said. I'll leave it there. We'll move on.
Okay.
Listen.
Oh, wait till you see this back. You're going to see why I was laughing the way I was laughing.
I get what you're saying. I trust me. In other words, you're a man. That's a woman. We're programmed to do something. It's not our choice. It's hard to turn that off. Sometimes as men, I'm not speaking for all men, but at least for the two men in the room, if she's giving off a vibe, I'm listening, right? She's a woman, right? No matter if you're not. Here's a great question. Any one of these ladies that I showed, I'm not going to say any particular one. You're on a deserted island with them for 2 years. I mean, you're not going to be,
Dude, 2 days. 2 days. It's like shit. We gonna.
You're like, can I go to the bathroom real quick?
You're like, dude, let's just get along now, so we know each other, and But
I mean, come on, right? I mean, how about? Oh, this is. I don't want to say this, but
it's the Gtalk, babe. It's the Gtalk.
2 years with that lady with the belly from EDM.
Mm-hmm.
How long?
At the festival, and just me as a person in general.
If you don't want to answer,
that's not something
inappropriate.
That is not something I'm attracted to. She could be awesome. She could be awesome, and it's like we could totally be cool. It's just not something I'm attracted to, and it's just me. It's just me.
Okay.
I'm not saying she's a bad person. I'm not saying
I respect that. That's honest. That's authentic. That's audacious. I accept that. That's awesome. But Andrea,
it's the same thing. It's not.
I'd say for me it's 2 days. She's like, for me it's 2 years. You're like, no way. She'd snap me in half.
Again.
We'll move on.
One thing is to call the devil. The other thing is to see him. So. Unless you're right then and there, live in the moments, we really don't know.
When the rubber meets the road, as someone in corporate used to say all the time, a lot of things can happen. So I'll put this aside. Miss Andrea Shaw, beautiful Andrea Shaw, Miss Olympia. It says 2023. I thought she also won in 2024, but you are wonderful, beautiful. We'd love to talk to you, and I hope we were respectful and real.
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
I think we're speaking for ourselves now. And someone might say, "Well, it's the Gtalk. We're talking.
Yeah.
Okay. We're being real, and I think people would appreciate that.
And anybody listening, if you know us already, you know that we will never intentionally disrespect anyone.
No,
that's never going to happen here.
If the truth is indeed the truth. Right?
It's the truth.
It's the truth, right? Whether or not Frankie says it or not, whether or not I say it or not, it's the truth. So we might as well just talk about it, right? We might as well just put it out there because it's the truth, right? Yeah. That's how we feel, and that's, we're just being respectful. That being said, as we get to 1:30, we'll end the show in a little bit because I thought this was great. But let me go back real quick, if I can, to things that make. Maybe we could end on this. What things do you think a woman does? I don't mean, I mean like activities that she's engaging in on a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly basis, whatever, that you find attractive, inspiring, or, like you really like, yes. For me, one of the things is definitely working out in some way, shape, or form and having a passion for her body being in shape or at least she's trying to get in shape. Maybe she's not quite in shape. That's totally fine with me. I'm not looking for, six-pack abs girl, and I'm not looking for her to be size 0. I don't know what I'm looking for, but if she has a passion for improving her body, her mental state, like you said, it's just as much mental working out.
Oh, of course. For me, it's more mental than anything else, especially lately.
I mean, yeah, getting the dopamine when you're feeling like crap. We talked about it in another pod where you identify, hey, I'm feeling anxious. Let me go try to work out and see if I could release that energy that way, right? Because anxiety is something that we create, right? That's not something that we create based on the perception of our reality that's outside of us, right? That's, and what we do with it, the whole thing, blah, blah, blah. But for me, how a woman treats her body is attractive. We talked about her being smart, right?
Yes, I love that.
Having wit.
Yeah.
Being able to talk about current affairs, current events, whatever.
The ability to effectively communicate as a woman is very attractive.
Go a little further than that. It's not just conversation. What else? Because I'm thinking of a couple sexy things where a woman she says it like it is and kind of tells me what she needs.
Yeah, that's attractive too. Not beating around the bush, gonna get right down to it. But when I say the ability to communicate effectively, I mean that. Okay. We're gonna go here and
go
this,
there.
I'm going. We're going
go
the same
there.
way, but I'm going to the third lane.
We're gonna end it on this. So
all right. So
and then I'll play us out. Go ahead.
Most relationships. I don't want to say most because I really didn't do enough study, but from my personal experience and experiences from other men that I hang out with and we talk to, communication is one of the biggest problems a lot of relationships have. The ability to not communicate, not being able to communicate effectively. Mm-hmm. And most times, and no disrespect to the ladies, girls, I love you. The men don't understand what the hell you're talking about, because it's like, I can't tell you how many times with my wife, I'm like, babe, I don't understand what you're saying because you're not listening. No, I am listening. I could repeat to you word for word what you said. I just don't understand what you're saying because it doesn't make sense to me. Could you put it in an analogy? Could you explain it in a different way? Dumb it down to me as much as you can so I could understand.
I'm a man. Don't forget I'm a man. I'm a lesser life form.
That would upset her. Now, suddenly, we're not talking about what she's trying to communicate with me. She is now communicating to me that she's angry because I don't understand. And now this is the big deal. So suddenly what provoked this is on the back burner because now I'm a dick for not understanding what she couldn't explain in the first place. And all the men here, could we get an applause for this? Because I know every freaking man in here is saying, yeah, I know exactly what he's talking about. And ladies, it's not that we want to understand. Trust me, we want to fix this a whole lot faster than what you think. We are not trying to extend this any more than it has to. We're trying to fix this now because this is uncomfortable for me, and I don't want to feel this way, and I don't want you to feel that way, because I know if you feel that way, I'm going to eventually feel this way. So we're going to have to fix it with you first, so this way it doesn't have to come my way.
By the way, 143.
143.
Hour 43.
Yeah, all right.
The hour of love.
So you know what? I will go right into it. It's like, baby, I love you. Okay? I hate the fact that you feel this way, but I don't understand what the fuck you're talking about. Please explain it to me in a way that I can understand.
Give you that. Yep.
Please, I don't want you to feel this way. I love you. I want you to feel good. I want you to feel happy. But what you're saying makes absolutely zero sense to me.
Say it with me. Help me. Help you.
Coño, maldita sea. I'm saying. And to other fellas, it's okay for you to say that to your wife, okay? Because you are showing passion to say, like, listen, I don't want you to feel that way. I want to understand what you're saying.
Preach.
But what you're saying makes absolutely no sense to me. And Christ, I wish I could give an example of something, a million examples that happened to me, and nothing immediately comes to mind. But a lot of times it's like that. She'd be like, "Oh, that's because you're not listening." I'm like, "No, babe, I'm listening. You said this, this, and this, and I'm saying it in the right order, and I'm saying it in the same exact tone, and I'm saying that I don't know what the hell you're talking about."
What does it all mean is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
Like, what does it mean?
And
I help me decode this.
Yes, exactly. Because if I'm explaining something to you, you will understand what I'm trying to say.
Right.
And I would explain it 20 different ways. And that's what I mean about a woman that knows how to communicate effectively, because that would eliminate 50% of the issues in most relationships.
I feel like this is a precursor to our next conversation, maybe.
I know, right?
What you're saying, I don't disagree and I'm sure there's women, hey, whatever, that are listening to us right now and are saying, I want to decode you and your stupidity. Yeah, because we're dumb. We're lesser life forms, and we don't speak in a way that is at your level.
Yeah.
You know, we tend to not be good at describing our emotions.
Yeah.
We tend to be really bad at analyzing your emotions.
Oh, we're horrible.
Right? And at the end of the day, we make a lot of assumptions because we don't always want to ask for help, right? We walk around the emotional hardware store looking for the one little thing. And why don't you go ask for some help? Ask for help.
And you know what? And
what
men,
are you nuts? I don't
and
do
men,
that.
this is something that we could.
This is a man, okay?
But that is something we could improve in.
And we are, because we're modern Renaissance men, and now we ask for help.
Yes,
right?
That's right. And
would you say?
Yes, and like my friend Monique Marvez said, men are simple and delusional, and women are crazy and complicated.
What a way to go out. Oh. Frankie, this is awesome, bro. Give me a pound.
Hell yeah, brother.
Thank you, my friends. This was the Gtalk pilot. We're going to be going live soon.
Yeah, it's the 27. Bring your friends.
Let's go. Because you know we always go out.
How we go out?
How do we always go out?
You know how we go out.
With a bang! Boom!
Woo!
See you again, everybody.
Adios.